Now, Richard, what kind of soup are we making today?
So we're going to make a minced pea and watercress soup.
Okay.
So this one's packed with nutrition, and it's all about the size of the vegetables. The smaller you cut it, the quicker it's going to cook, but it's also going to retain those nutrients as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to be cooking this soup in 2 stages, is that correct?
2 stages, yeah. So we're going to start off with the basic ingredients in the soup for the base, which is onions, celery and garlic. And we're going to cook that with some potato, and then we'll add our peas and our watercress.
So it'll stay that vibrant green colour.
Yeah, we'll do that right at the end.
Nice
It retains
one.
the nutrients as well in the watercress and that freshness from the mint as well.
And because your book is all about fast cooking, trying to get everything done within 20 minutes, I think you can never have enough soup varieties in your repertoire.
Absolutely. And, you know, the best thing about it is you make the soup and you freeze it, and then you've got even quicker than 20 minutes. Heat it up 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's lunch.
And if you've had a big lunch, I have a lot of big lunches, sometimes at night time I'm not too hungry for another main meal. So having a soup balances everything out.
Absolutely. And this one, as I say, is packed with nutrients. You've got loads of green, vibrant colours and the chlorophyll from the watercress as well. So good for you.
I love watercress. OK, so what's next?
So we've got our veg ready to go. We're going to start by sweating this off. So in a large pan, large non-stick pan, add a good splash of olive oil. And that's over a medium heat. And then I'm just going to add the vegetables. So we've got our celery and our onions and our garlic.
Nice one. So no butter at the beginning?
No butter at the beginning.
This is a healthy soup, everybody, so no butter. The French in me loves a bit of butter with my soup, but not today.
Not today, no. We're going to keep it classic olive oil. So we're just going to sweat this off. We're going to basically brown it, keep it nice and soft.
Yep.
And what I like to do when I'm making my soup is actually season as you go.
Yes.
So a little bit of salt and a good twist of black pepper. And that just saves us adding too much seasoning towards the end.
Is the aim here not to get this caramelised, but sweat it off so it's just softening and pale?
Yeah.
So we don't get too much colour on the soup.
Exactly. It's a tiny bit's OK, but just to soften up those vegetables.
Yeah. Now let's talk about this beautiful leaf, watercress, peppery, nutty, fantastic in salads, but also fantastic in soups like this.
Oh, it's so fresh. I mean, you can just smell it, and let's say you can taste the natural pepperiness of the leaf.
Yeah.
As I say, put it in right at the end. A good top tip with this, actually, is if you put it in cold water, it brings it back to life and makes it nice and crunchy. But this, with some salad, some nice fish, is amazing, but it's so versatile.
Yeah, I do love it. And if you can't find watercress, what's a fantastic substitute?
Spinach. Spinach is great.
Yeah.
You could put rocket in there as well. Rocket's a little bit more intense than the watercress, but definitely for me, spinach. This recipe would go fantastically well with spinach as well.
Nice one. OK, our potatoes. So
Yeah, so if you just want to pop those in there. Now, again, we've cut them up quite small. The smaller we can cut them, the quicker it's going to cook, so it's all about that speed and retaining the nutrients. We want to get heat into this soup as quick as we can.
These are just Desiree potatoes?
Just normal potatoes, yeah.
OK, great.
OK.
And I love how this is big batch cooking.
Oh,
It's
exactly.
a lot, so
Yeah.
we'll have some today, we'll have some tomorrow for lunch, and the rest can go into containers, into the freezer.
Freeze it away. Yeah, ready for a nice cold afternoon. And this goes so well with some crusty croutons. Speaking of croutons, if you can actually start by tearing up those brown rolls we've got there, keep it really, really rustic, small pieces. We're going to pop those onto a tray, and we can start roasting those whilst the rest of the soup's finishing.
If you've got leftover bread...
Leftover stale bread. This actually works better with stale bread as opposed to fresh.
Are we putting any oil on this?
Yeah,
at
we're
all?
going to season that with a little bit of olive oil, touch of sea salt and some pepper as well. Seasoning the croutons really brings out the flavour of the bread as well.
Yeah.
So whilst that's now sweating down, I'm going to add my hot stock.
Okay.
So
What type of stock is that?
So this is actually vegetable stock, but if you wanted to use chicken stock, you could. I mean, it is a vegetarian soup.
Yes.
But if you like that more meaty flavour, absolutely. But you see how we've actually heated the stock up?
Yes.
So again, we want to get that heat in there. There's no point in adding cold stock, 'cause you have to bring it back up to temperature again. So it's bubbling away already.
Good tip.
So we're going to turn the heat back up and pop a lid on. That's going to cook it even quicker.
Yep.
Leave it there for about 8 minutes, and then we can get on with our peas.
OK, and I'll finish this and get this in the oven, cook them until they're crunchy. All right, these croutons are nice and crispy. Better have a taste. Oh,
Good. Crunchy.
crispy. Very good.
OK, so our soup is just about ready to add the peas.
Sure,
So we've got some
please do.
beautiful fresh I say fresh, they are frozen, which is great because it means they're snap frozen, so all the nutrients stay into the pea.
Always have frozen peas in my freezer.
Just bags and bags of them, yeah. Now, these are going to take 3 minutes. So the lid goes back on again, we turn that heat right up. And whilst those are cooking, if I can just get you to start by picking that mint, so we're just going to have the leaves.
Oh, mint, peas, watercress.
It's just classic flavours, isn't it?
I like the idea of putting the peas in at the very last minute, adding the mint at the very last minute and our watercress.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you put it in too early, it still tastes fantastic, but you get a bit of a dark green colour.
And, you know, you eat with your eyes. As soon as you see this vibrant green, you know it's healthy, you know it's fresh.
Yes, yeah. Well, there's a lot of mint here, so maybe a bit for you. One thing I haven't spoken about is your very interesting journey to Australia. You used to be the Queen's butler.
Yeah, as well, part of a big team. Yeah, we did a few functions for state visits and also Charles and Camilla's wedding as well, which was good fun. Great experience, great life experience. Yeah, and brought me all the way over to Australia and now pursuing my dream in the fitness industry, creating delicious recipes. All right, Just, so it's on to blitzing up this soup now. So you can already smell those peas are now starting to, you can just tell this is going to taste good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to part blitz this. If you can just grab the watercress for me.
Yep. And we've given it a good wash. Watercress needs a good wash.
Yeah, just to get all that grit.
Yeah, looks like quite a lot, but it does cook down, it'll
all soften down, exactly, yeah. So we'll just give that a couple of seconds just to soften down. Give it a nice pulse. And then we can pop in that mint as well. You can see the colour now. It's already starting to form.
Nice.
All right, it's looking good, eh? So what we're just going to do is we're going to finish off just by giving it a little bit of a taste to adjust the seasoning. So it just needs a pinch more pepper. And then we can turn that heat off now. And then we'll give that one final mix around.
Okay.
All right, and then it's up to serving.
Look at that colour contrast. Nice one. Perfect consistency too.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, you've got the potatoes there, but also the thickness from the watercress and the peas, it gives it that bulk.
Lovely.
Okay, and then Joss, if you could just finish off with some croutons.
And
Nice, you know, be generous with them. Yeah, get them all in there. Awesome.
Okay.
And then a little bit of olive oil.
all over the top.
Just drizzle it over the top. Again, make it look nice. And then some cracked black pepper just to finish.
Pepper.
And there we go.
That is so good. 20-minute soup, vibrant green, good for you, and it's hearty. You can see the thickness of it, particularly if you add the croutons.
Absolutely. Just gives that texture.
Let's have a taste.
Let's go for it. I'm going to get a crouton.
So fresh. I love the peas in it, the
Sweetness.
mint, the sweetness. It's hearty. This soup is fit for a queen. I had to say it, right?